You know, a lot of us look in the mirror and see crooked teeth, and we kind of just think of it as a cosmetic quirk, right? Something unique about our smile. But what if it's actually a sign of something more? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden health risks that could be lurking behind that less than perfect smile.
And it's a totally fair question, isn't it? So what if my teeth are a little crooked? It's so easy to just shrug it off, to think it only really matters for, photos or something. But, as we're about to find out, the answer to that question goes way, way deeper than just the surface.
So, is this really just about how we look? Is it all vanity? Or are there some real, genuine health problems that we might be overlooking? Well, to get to the bottom of this, we're turning to an expert who has seen it all. Let's meet our guide for this explainer, Dr. Vidya Sharma. She brings 2 full decades of experience to the table, not just as a dentist, but as an orthodontist too. So she's seen firsthand, time and time again, what happens when this issue is ignored. And that's exactly what we're focusing on today. We're going to move past what we see in the mirror and actually look inside our mouths to understand the real, tangible effects that misaligned teeth can have on our gums and, our overall health.
All right, let's get right to the heart of it. The biggest problem with crooked teeth isn't really how they look. It's how incredibly difficult they are to clean. And this, right here, is where a whole domino effect of other problems really begins. This really breaks down the simple mechanics of it all. I mean, think about it. On one side, with straight teeth, your toothbrush can glide over every surface, just sweeping away all the food and plaque. Easy. But on the other side, with crooked teeth, you've got all these nooks and crannies and overlaps where your brush physically just can't reach.
And this is absolutely the most crucial point. It's not about you not trying hard enough. It doesn't matter how long you brush or how hard you scrub. The simple geometry of those misaligned teeth makes a perfect cleaning pretty much impossible. You're basically fighting a battle you can't win with just a toothbrush.
So this whole not being able to clean properly thing, it's not just a minor inconvenience. It actually kicks off this self-perpetuating, dangerous cycle that just gets worse and worse over time. So how do you even know if this cycle has already started for you?
You might already be noticing some of these things, like does food always get trapped in the exact spots? Do your gums look a little bit red, maybe a little swollen? And if you were to really look, you'd probably see plaque building up, especially in those really tricky spots, like behind your lower front teeth. These aren't just little annoyances, they're basically warning bells going off.
And here's how that whole chain reaction really works. It all starts with the crooked teeth. That directly leads to brushing that just isn't effective. That, in turn, allows plaque to build up in all those hidden spots. And finally, that plaque starts to irritate your gums, causing that inflammation, that redness, which is really the first stage of gum disease. You can see how each step just feeds right into the next one.
So where is all this headed? What happens if this cycle just keeps going unchecked for years and years? Well, that progression from poor cleaning to inflamed gums can eventually turn into a much, much more serious condition.
And that long-term consequence? It has a name. Pyorrhea. And listen, this is not just some minor gum issue we're talking about. It's a severe form of gum disease, and it represents the final, destructive stage of this whole cycle.
So what in the world is pyorrhea? Well, it's a really serious infection that doesn't just damage the soft tissue in your gums, it actually destroys the very bone that holds your teeth in place. This is what can lead to loose teeth and, eventually even losing your teeth. And to think, it all starts from those little tiny spots that a toothbrush just couldn't quite reach.
Wow. So now we've seen the whole picture, right? How something that seems like just a cosmetic thing, just the way your smile looks, can actually spiral into a huge threat to your oral health. Now that we understand the problem and what's at stake, it really all boils down to one crucial question.
So the big question is, what can you actually do about it? If the alignment of our teeth is the real root cause of all this, how can we correct it? How can we break this dangerous cycle for good? Well, we're going to dive right into the solutions in our next explainer. Thanks for tuning in.